Why starting a YouTube channel is a brilliant idea. I totally agree with this, by the way. Now is the best time to start a YouTube channel. It's gonna get more and more competitive, so if you're thinking about it, you should definitely start right now.
You're posting on YouTube, spending hours on your content and barely getting any views or subscribers. And you're probably wondering, why the hell am I even bothering? Maybe you're looking at other creators and seeing them grow way faster and it's got you feeling discouraged. If that sounds like you, let's have a chat, because that was literally me 3 years ago. And this
Yeah, if you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you should definitely stop comparing yourself with your other people. Everyone has his own journey. Everyone is on its own path to success. And if you keep comparing yourself to other people, you're gonna get discouraged and quick and getting envious, etc. Focus on yourself, focus on what you're doing, believe in yourself and improve consistently, post consistently and be disciplined and put a lot of work into it, and eventually you will succeed. Don't look at what other people are doing.
this video, I'm going to break down 3 reasons why you should keep posting, even when it feels like no one is watching. I've been posting on YouTube since 2016, and this is actually my 5th channel. People often say the only reason I grow on YouTube is because I'm a young, attractive female. Well, thank you. But the reality is, from 2016 to 2020, in 4 years of posting, I couldn't even reach 2,000 subscribers. You know, pretty privilege is real, but it wasn't enough for me to get recognized.
Yeah, there are plenty of skills that you need to learn and improve to be successful on YouTube. Of course, it helps to be young and attractive to have an audience on YouTube, but there are many other skills that you need to learn. So for example, getting your title and thumbnail right, coming up with great topic ideas that will be interesting to an audience, right? You need to learn about video editing, about talking in front of a camera, about English, if it's like me, your second language, right? Plenty of factors that make a YouTube successful or not.
Maybe my videos were so bad that even pretty privilege couldn't save it. Who knows? For the longest time, nothing happened. But then one video of mine hit and we went from 100 subscribers to 100k subscribers in just 3 months. Out of my 7 years
amazing.
on YouTube, I spent 4 years not seeing results. But here's what I want to remind you. You don't have to focus on numbers or virality to enjoy doing YouTube. When it first started, YouTube wasn't about algorithms, numbers, or going viral, right? Like, YouTube was literally created for us to yap.
Yeah, she started many years ago and uploaded probably hundreds of videos on her YouTube channel before she saw any kind of success. So it took her a long time to get the YouTube game right. Some people are very successful very fast, but it's a rare case. Most of people upload consistently for years before they see any kind of success on their YouTube channel, because they have to improve their skills. They have to stay disciplined and consistent and persistent and get better and better at making YouTube video, at learning what makes a good YouTube video and what people want to watch on YouTube, etc. So if it's you, don't get discouraged and don't quit too soon.
You didn't need to be a filmmaker or some storytelling expert. You could just grab a camera, start talking, sharing your opinions, your life, or whatever you would fancy, basically. And honestly, you still can. If you want to use YouTube as a creative outlet to express yourself and have just fun, then do that. You might think like, what if my friends think that? What if this? What if that happens?
There's basically 2 ways to approach YouTube. You can approach YouTube as a hobby or YouTube as a business. If you want to make a full-time living out of YouTube, then you have to be a little bit more disciplined and conscientious about what you are posting on YouTube. If it's just a hobby, then you can do whatever you want on YouTube, right?
You know, just don't tell them. If you don't tell them, it's unlikely that they're going to figure out your YouTube channel. I think like many of us fantasize the idea of posting one video and going viral and getting recognized by people, but in reality, no one is going to see maybe your 50, maybe even first 100 videos, because they're going to suck. But here's how things can get tricky. I've seen a lot of people say they're just doing it for fun. They say it's just a hobby, but that's also a way of hiding the fear of failure. Because the second you admit you do want to grow, every video that doesn't get views can feel like a failure. Maybe someone
definitely don't chase views, don't chase subscribers, don't chase the numbers, don't chase the money. Simply chase the next video. You want to be disciplined about how you post on YouTube. You want to be consistent. You want to post tons of video and improve over time. You want to improve something every time that you post a video. One time it would be the thumbnail, the next time could be coming up with better title, and then you can learn a new editing trick or something. And if you post consistently over time and focus on yourself, focus on what you are doing, focus on the value that you can provide to other people, focus on serving other people. It can be entertainment, education, information, inspiration. Focus on the value that you give to the audience, making your video better and better for the audience to watch, and eventually you will find the success that you want.
Look at your channel and said like, oh, you don't have that many subscribers, so you're small. And maybe you use the excuse, well, it's just a hobby, I'm not interested in growth. But be honest with me, is it really a hobby or is it an excuse? There is nothing wrong with wanting to grow, right? But if you do need to be honest with yourself. Do you really want to do YouTube as a hobby, or do you want to actually grow?
If you want to make a living from YouTube, then you have to put a lot of time and a lot of hard work into it. You have to improve your skills, you have to change, you have to try something new, you have to make sure you analyze the data. There are plenty of skills that you need to learn and get good at before you can get successful on YouTube. But of course, you don't have to do any of this if you want YouTube to stay as a hobby. But if you're trying to make money from it, you have to do a lot more.
If it's just a hobby, that's completely cool. Don't stress about the numbers and just enjoy the process. But if you want real growth, you can't treat it like a hobby anymore. If you're serious about growing your channel, I created a completely free guide to help you get started, figure out your niche, discover your unique strengths, and also how to approach YouTube in my niche navigator guide/worksheet. If that sounds helpful, the link in the description below is completely free. Don't worry about it. The second reason, which is the most powerful one in my opinion, it gives you the power to not give a fuck. What do I mean by this? I think the power of not giving a fuck consists of 3 elements.
Yeah, basically what she means is as you post more and more content on the internet, as you put yourself more and more out there, you start caring less and less about what other people think of you. And that's a great quality to have, to believe in yourself, to have that kind of self-confidence that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to, and that you don't care if people agree with you or people disagree with you. You are content with your own person, and that's a great skill to have for anybody else out there.
Financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. If you can work from wherever you want, whenever you want, and money is not a deciding factor in your life, it gives you the power to say fuck you to things you don't want to be a part of. And YouTube gives you this opportunity. When you become a creator, the amount of flexibility and freedom you can have is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, basically she's working from home, getting money from home, she can work wherever she wants, whenever she wants. That's the power of being self-employed, that's the power of being an entrepreneur, that's the power of being a content creator, a YouTuber, an influencer, right? It's very risky. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of hard work. It's very competitive and you're not sure if you're gonna get paid at the end of the month, but there are also plenty of benefits, just like she tells us in this video.
Travel to whenever I want with whoever I want, and honestly I can't think of any other job that allows you this much of flexibility and freedom. But to get to that point, you obviously need to do a lot of sacrifices, right? Because every good thing takes time, and only those who can endure the pain of hard work without immediate results truly deserve to enjoy the rewards.
Yeah, that is one thing that you absolutely have to keep in mind. Only the people that don't quit and are able to solve problems consistently, that are disciplined about their work and that put a lot of hard work and that don't chase the results and know that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, that it will take a lot of persistence and consistency and discipline and work to get there, eventually will succeed. But so many people post 1 or 2 or 10 or 20 videos and see that it's not working, that they are not going viral, that they are not getting rich, and they quit. They quit way too soon before they level up their skills and their knowledge about how YouTube works. So if you are trying to make a living from YouTube, you should not quit. You should post and post and post more and more video and learn more about YouTube and improve your skills and knowledge about how YouTube function, and then eventually you will find success. I believe in you. If you're watching this video, you can do it.
Of happiness. It sounds kind of cheesy, but that's kind of like my life motto. If you want to enjoy the fruits of having a successful YouTube channel, having videos, no one watching, is a non-negotiable part of the journey unless you're already famous. So when you're just starting out on YouTube, creating content already takes a lot of time, right? Like you want to make your videos look interesting and professional, but that can be tough when you're figuring everything out. You'll need B-roll, music, sound effects, and high quality footage to make your video stand out, but finding all that stuff can take forever. That's why I recommend trying out Storyblocks. It gives you unlimited downloads of all kinds of media like 4K footage, music, and sound effects for one simple subscription price. It saves you time and hassle, especially when you don't have time or budget to shoot everything yourself. For example, let's say you need a quick shot of cityscape, but you can't just fly out to New York or wherever. You can grab exactly what you need from Storyblocks in seconds. Plus, you don't have to worry about copyright issues. They got you covered with all the legal stuff. So if you want to get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one affordable price, just head to storyblocks.com/rudiohama or click the link in the description below. And thank you Storyblocks for sponsoring the proportion of this video. This might not resonate with everyone, but I always felt like an outsider. I'm a third culture kid. I'm half Japanese, half Turkish, and I was born in Japan but grew up in Turkey. And to be honest, it always felt like I didn't fully...
That's kind of an interesting background. She probably already seen a lot of different places in the world, have plenty of knowledge about travel and how to accommodate with different cultures, so that's something very valuable that she can share on YouTube channel and many people would be interested in, so that's a big advantage right here.
Belong anywhere, because when I was in Turkey I felt like I wasn't Turkish enough culturally and I just didn't fit in completely, you know. And when I was in Japan, it was the same thing. I didn't feel Japanese enough either. It's not just about like how I look, but also how I behave, how I see the world. It's kind of like I'm too much of both and not enough of either. I couldn't find anyone who fully understand that feeling, and it made me feel like an outsider. And it wasn't like I hate...
Yeah, if you're feeling right here, if you are feeling this right here, right now, then you definitely need to find your community. You definitely need to connect with like-minded people, and YouTube and the internet and social media can help you do that if you want. Finding people that have many different cultures in them, that live in many different places, that are basically expat, right? That are living in a different country, and there are plenty of people like this in the world that experience the same thing, and then you can build your community like this and share your experience and get help from other people that are in the same situation as you.
Needed the attention growing up, okay? In fact, I do really enjoyed it. But there was always this feeling of not having a place where I really belonged, and it didn't hit me how much it affected me until high school, when I was going through clinical major depression. You know, I was really struggling, and I'm not going to dive deep into my depression right now. I might talk about it in another video, but during that time, one thing that brought me any kind of joy was YouTube. I would spend hours and hours watching videos, escaping in this world where...
Yeah, that's great to find a hobby, find a passion, find a work flow that makes you forget about the difficulties in your life. It's great to set your mind to something and build something for yourself. It can be your Instagram page, it can be a YouTube channel as well. If you have goals, if you have big goals, if you work toward it and stay busy, then you have no time to be depressed, basically.
People were just like, you know, yapping and sharing their opinions. And one day I thought, why not try making my own videos? Obviously at first, like, no one was watching, okay? It wasn't like suddenly my life changed or anything like that. But then in my 5th year of trying to be a YouTuber, I made this one video where it was about what it's like to be half Japanese, half Turkish, like how I never felt at fully home in either place, what it's like to be a mixed kid growing up. And to my surprise, that video went viral. People from all over the world like started...
Yeah, that's totally normal, because there are plenty of people in the same situation and can relate with what she's saying, right? So she just found an audience that would be interested in what she had to say. She found something unique about her that only very few people can talk about on YouTube, right? And she found many people that can relate to the content that she was creating, and that's how she blew up. And she should definitely make more of that kind of content, I believe.
Commenting, saying they felt the exact same way growing up, and people who are also third culture kids or had never quite fit in, telling me that they understood me, of like feeling of not belonging. You know, even though the video reached some wrong audiences, there was like literally a meme about me saying how I'm the best at denying war crimes, which I find really hilarious. But there are so many people who got how I felt. Like for the first time, I felt like I wasn't alone, and I think that's what YouTube gave me. It's basically a space where I could feel seen and safe.
Yeah, that's a great way. That's a great advantage of starting a YouTube channel, finding your audience, finding a community that can relate to what you are saying and helping each other.
You know, just not about the country that I'm in, but just about the people who understand me. And to do so, you don't need like hundreds of thousands of subscribers to build that kind of a community. Even with a much smaller audience, you can build your tribe and you can connect with people you would never have met otherwise. For example, I recently opened a second channel where I talk about basically whatever I want. And we're currently only like 7,000 subscribers, but the community there is much stronger than here where we have 1.4 million. In my opinion. Like, I'm not going to lie, this past year I got so focused on numbers and growth that I forgot to make building a community on the...
Yeah, you should definitely, on YouTube, do something that you love. I totally believe that if you don't do something that you love on YouTube, eventually you will find it dreadful and will quit. You will not have fun anymore if you chase only numbers, money, views, and subscribers. You should find a middle ground between doing something that you love, something that makes you money, and something that people would actually want to watch and would be interested in. And if you can find this, then you are golden. You are on your way to success for a long, long time.
Channel a priority in my life. You know, my uncle scammed my dad and we ended up in huge debt. And to get us out of that debt, I had to make making money a priority. And I'm super close to paying it off right now. And once I get this out of this like hell loop, I'm definitely going to shift my focus back to building community instead of just chasing numbers, because that's what gives me freedom and what gives me like joy and happiness. But
yes, that's definitely what you should focus on right now, I believe.
yeah, back to the topic. I always think about this way. If I had given up back when no one is watching, I wouldn't be here talking to you right now. And that's really what I want for you too. Whether you're just starting out or you've been at it for years with no results, you just gotta keep going. Don't stop because no one is watching right now. Your journey might just be starting. It's okay to take it slow, but don't give up. Build your skills, find your voice, and create a space that feels like home to you. Whether you're here to grow or for just fun, remember that you're building something actually. Even when it feels like no one's watching, someone will eventually. So keep creating, keep sharing, and don't stop because you might just be one video away.
That was a great video. Thank you, Rory, for creating this video for us. Make sure you subscribe to Rory and give this video a like. I hope you enjoyed this video with me today, guys. Don't forget to click right here to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.